Although the woman who traveled through time and space is a man, but her appearance is even more beautiful than Schwer's. This leads to the fact that you have been acquainted with the crowd since you were a child. Not only do you have a lot of girls asking you for stickers, even the shopping life as the protagonist is interesting to you. Fortunately, you have been informed since you were a child and have been well protected. And he also has a talent that can copy other people's moves. Only in this way can we maintain our innocence for many years. But as the plot of breaking up the engagement begins, your existence is gradually exposed to the eyes of one Wang. Originally you just wanted to see the famous scene of dough for breaking off the engagement. After watching the blue smoke, I was just casually walking among the crowd. The scissors are full. Think of this. Nai Lan Yan suddenly came to you with a sword. Little sister, I wish you luck. As beautiful as a flower. Why don't you join me, Yulan's own, and practice together with me? That's right. Over the years, with the help of the news and this little assistant wife, you successfully joined the ranks of fighters this morning. Faced with Nai Lan Yanran's sudden waist rise, you try it first and then play with Ariai Xiao. Miss Nailan, you misunderstood. I'm not a little sister but a boy. Facing your touching littleness, Nai Lan Yanran felt like his heart was. Let me remember you about Shubit. No way you must be a girl. I love you like this. Looking at the hands held by Nai Lan Yanran, you are in a bit of trouble. I want to take my hand away. No one else can beat the roots of Nihili. Look at your beauty. Resistance, embarrassment posture. Nai Lan Yan is becoming more and more fond of it. It's a good thing if you don't know what to do. Stand up for the news. Please let me go quickly. Brother Xiaoxiu was originally a boy. It's just that he looks a little puffy, right? Is it possible that you still want to touch it? Resist the suspicion that blue smoke is just smoke. His palm, your training knowledge, reaches down below you. He confirmed it in just one move. The whole person also took a step back. The little face is full of red fish. It turns out you are really a boy. But I like it better this way. You look at each other a little unknowingly. You know how to check my body? Can't. Brother Xiaoxiu is me and him. I won't let it go to you. Just because Liang Nu was fighting for your right to belong. Really no rest. The original protagonist of this scene is already hiding in the corner. Knock it to pieces. Finally, it is resistant to blue smoke in water shape. It's just a reminder. Only then did he bring the words back. Then Lan Yanran proposed. The sole fish that can peacefully solve the problem of silence. But the conditions do allow you to join them in Yulan. The faces of all the elders are not very good looking. Swearing loudly and shocking the blue smoke is too much. After hearing this, Xiao Zhan also shook his head. Know that you will make part of your income every year by eliminating obstacles. Therefore add. But I will never interfere in anything of yours. Naturally, you won't go to any Yulan middle school. Nailan Yanran was a little disappointed. After seeing the moon, the glimmer of mood still cannot enter his eyes anymore. Wait. What do you look like at Lan Yanran? Snort, what does this lady look like? Can't you see? When Lan Yanran wants to admire your hairdresser again. But I found that your figure had left to Dian at some point. After Yu Xiuzhen finished talking about breaking off the engagement, he then found Xiu Shuai and asked him about your next round. This means that you are practicing in the room. Every 3 to 5 days will never end. Let him leave as soon as he's done. After hearing this, Lan Yanran smiled lightly. I take my time. Waiting for a few days is not a big deal. Hey, Hu Lijin. Xiao Shuai lowered his head and cursed. This person can't even think of taking away his Xiaoxiu various items. Just when the atmosphere in the venue gradually became subtle, I did suddenly remember the sound of the door being pushed open. Your voice quickly writes letters all over the hospital. Apparently he has successfully mastered a body type trick. The two women were attracted by your graceful and graceful posture at the same time. After you got acquainted with each other for a while, the voice finally stopped in front of them. So what's the reason Miss Lan came to see me? Heard your inquiry. Only then did Lan Yanran come back to his senses. Yes. I made a 3-year agreement with that news. If I win then, can you please enter Yunlan's sect and practice with me? As long as you practice hard. Bai Xiuxiu will definitely be teased by his own strength and qualifications when the time comes. On the side, you were thinking and blushing for a while. Still nodded and agreed. Originally I just wanted to break off the engagement. Join the fun on the spot. What if I was entangled by this divorced person? It seems that I will have to read the imperial calendar before going out from now on. After getting your affirmative reply, the blue mist didn't bother me anymore. He left Xiaojia immediately. Brother Xiaoxiu, why do you think you should agree to him? The informant didn't understand. This rumor in the battle with Nai Lan Yanran. How can you make it happen if you pull it up? It's okay, sewer. Going out at that time was beneficial and gained a lot of insights. The source nodded. I didn't continue this topic again. Instead, I smile and invite you to the smoking cessation site. Seeing the other person getting more and more prepared for it. Naturally, you don't want to be someone who has little sex. So I smiled at the impression. Soon you two arrived at the sewage field. When some of the disciples of the Xiao family saw this, they all came up. Many people are discussing the topic that the longer you grow, the more beautiful you become. Master Bai is really in control. If you can let me marry him, even if it means becoming a bean field immediately, I am willing to do so. Whenever someone with such wild ideas appears, they will all be slapped in the face by the enthusiastic people around them. Your brother has an empty wish. It's a bean field and I'm married to Master Bai. I wouldn't dare to think so in my wildest dreams. You on the tier table were not affected by the sound around you. Instead, he carefully watched every move of the informant. Not at this moment. The opponent suddenly rushes over you with just one click. Then clench your fist and draw it towards where you are standing. You just took a slight look at yourself and evaded the energy. The source was a little unconvinced. Attacked with several punches in succession. But every punch he threw was dodged by your body movements. Brother Xiaoxiu, do you only know how to hide? Who said I would just hide? Opportunities facing the informant. You just use a dose of side legs and transport it back. In the end, you still underestimated me. Zui Fang easily caught your attack from the west. You pressed it badly. I want to pull my legs out. As a result, I found a powerful Jingzi. Have a good time. You're a little embarrassed about your face. A touch of big reddish hair appears on the eyes. Everyone onlookers became excited. This is the first time they have seen your power of cultivation. The source of construction and decoration also has the same feeling in mind. It's rare to see Brother Xiaoxiu look like this. Thinking like this in my heart. But there was no pause in the movements of his hands. He fought back with a high-level Xuanjie fighting blow. And after you went through the initial wandering, he also quickly calmed down. Also hit an identical palm. A little hard work. The source was so shocked by you that he flew out. The newsman is about to fall to the ground before his eyes. A voice suddenly rushed out of the crowd and wanted to catch it. But your speed is obviously faster. After bringing the informant safely to the ground, you turned your head and looked at the voice that just wanted to take action. Master Xiaoyan is really sorry. Shiren is a bit naughty by pressing his head. After the martial arts competition, he deliberately asked me to catch him. The classical Chinese language is a bit dry. Good guy. Originally I thought a hero would be beautiful. As a result, I became a companion for you too. The informant on the side saw that his carelessness was discovered by you. He ran away shyly. You just shook your head helplessly at this. Then he slowly climbed up. There is no excitement in the surrounding Zaijizi area. They all left one after another. Soon only the gossip artists were left in the venue. I want it. You said it would be great if I could get Xiao Xiu's square shape. He looks even more prettier than a virtual person. At the moment when the words fade away, obtained the shadow of the soul slowly emerged from the sky. My little eyes are as good as I expected. He must be a boy. I see you are really hungry. Stop talking nonsense. Hurry up and send me the practice order directly. Fortunately, I behaved differently in front of Xiao Xiujie. The soft rouse between the old and a little headache. Why are all the maps and lands I collected abnormal? I don't know if I can regain my physical body in my lifetime. Other side. You're hanging out with your source on urgent matters. The girl on the side changed from her seemingly leisurely appearance to calmness. I've been bumping into alleys in my heart for a long time. When I think of your sexy look on Yanwu Field, there is always a strong urge to conquer in her heart. I don't know what Xiao Xiu's lips taste like either. I really want to try it. Black. Just when you and your informant were strolling through the market. There are a few more unruly guests in the shadow behind you. The leader, Iran, is the eldest daughter of a broken family. The family is broken. 1-month-old girl's countless old sex matches. She is also staring at your back with a face full of anger. This requires who is the woman next to the lady. How could she be born so beautiful? When Yan, a city girl standing next to her, explained. Ning, the young master of a broken family, misunderstood. That boy who is discriminatory and by Xiao. She just looks like a girl. That's you Huang Dangluo. Kaori Kanami's eyes instantly lit up. And this good thing. Go and investigate for me. I want all the information about her. That's a girl's meal. I wonder if I heard it wrong. Why does it feel like my young master is hearing that Bai Xiao is a boy? More excited to come forward. What is happening here is that you are naturally not worthy. I wandered around for a while following the news. You finally arrived at the middle family auction house. Before you react, the person has already been pulled over by the informant. Right in front is the auction house. Brother, go with me to see if there is anything interesting. You are a little helpless. This girl is always so irritable. Not long after, you were led by Shirnu to a packing box. Listen to the auction under the stage. It has long been a scene of fire and tea. Some of the lots were taken down one after another. You also took a photo of something called choosing fire. 3 transformations of mysterious and advanced teasing. Soon the auction ended with the mother. Brother Xiao, just wait for me here. I went to the backstage corner to experience it. Be back soon. You nodded. Looking at the back of the informant leaving, I was not surprised inside. You are really a little wife. The pressing protection is called Pai Jupai. Suddenly, the sound of opening the door interrupted your thoughts. A lady from the auction house came in. Master Bai, our young lady has something to do with you. Please mind not saying anything. After hearing this, you cursed your head. Why is that woman Yafei looking for me? She and I don't seem to have anything to do with each other. I feel like telling you. This woman must have no good intentions when looking for me. It's hard to say that this trip was just a tiger's mouth on the foreign road. Think of this. The person you rejected because you were waiting for someone else. I guess that means you won't eat it all this time. Recruit a few sisters directly. I want you to get married. Don't worry, Master Bai. You move fast enough. It seems that I am destined to be unable to escape from this section. In a short while, you will be taken to. In Yuan whose room. Just before the door was closed. Don't have a cold war of your own accord. On the side, you face instruction and decoration school secretly took action. Hello, Mr. Bai. Little Nia Fei. Please take care of me when we meet you for the first time. You are a little helpless. He looked deep and held his hand with the opponent. Now that we are here, then you just have to look at the other person. What exactly is being sold in New Zealand? And the moment Yufei on the side holds your hand. There was a sudden rush in my heart. Such soft little hands. And this cold look. Is this really a boy? Miss Yufei, it's time to let go. It hurts a little bit when you hold me. Hear your voice. Only then did Yufei feel like he let go of his hand. Apologize. This is the first time I hold such a soft little hand. Somewhat addicted to it. After getting rid of the other party's control. 2 steps back in your next life. Copy Miss Yufei. What's the matter with me? I see you look like a policeman. Yufei suddenly became very excited. He won't come forward soon. The palm of my hand directly touches your lower back. The other hand slowly lifted your penis. Why are you so vigilant? Is it possible that you are afraid that your sister will eat your tofu? No. It's just that you give me a very dangerous feeling. Look at your face and the angry red fish on both sides. Yufei was not surprised and said with emotion. Such an ignorant person. It's really rare to see it in 100 years. Think of this. He suddenly raised his thigh and moved it slightly. You noticed. You turned your head and looked at the other person. Miss Yufei, what are you doing? Naturally, I am confirming whether you are a boy. You were shocked after hearing this. Damn it. What does this woman want to do? You want to be dragged away. Na Hei Yufei will suppress you to death. No hope of escape at all. After a while in Jiangxi. Only then did Yufei loosen his hands without finishing the oil. And you immediately started to back off. Keep a relatively safe distance from him. Look at you like this. It's not like you were at fault for what your sister did. I didn't ask you to do this either. But didn't you refuse to? Heard what he said. You made some predictions for a while. But he quickly reacted. Wrong. It's obvious that you don't want me to hold you back. Look at the way you cultivate your points. Yufei did not continue Duman. Instead, ask them what method you used. Let the sales family's economy grow rapidly. You are dazzling. Immediately he understood the purpose of the other party coming to him. You immediately come up with an idea to get back at him. Then pump in some. I whispered to your sister that there is no one else here. You are really cautious enough. Yufei smiled helplessly. Then I pull into you and prepare to listen softly. The distance between the two of you is enough to keep quiet. Just stop pretending. In the military secret shouted in his ears at the top of his lungs. After saying that, you will move to the senior level as quickly as possible. Yufei first discussed it on the same spot for a long time. Then he burst into laughter and was born. Funny little guy. But we will meet again. Until then. You on the other side. I also looked back. Maybe it was a little hot. We should go home as soon as possible. Xiao Shuyang nodded after hearing this. Not too entangled. Return to Xiaojiao. You also spent a peaceful time. Under your constant practice. Not only did he raise his level to 3 stars as a fighter. Even the mysterious fire that was photographed some time ago. Even though you retreated 3 times. Kanwu. Such physical properties and cultivation speed on that day. Let Xiao Su embrace this ancient lady. It doesn't matter if you go there. She even started to dream about the day when you become a strong man. The picture of being brought back to the ancient tribe for clarification. However, the days of this kind of torturous. Her fellow. The Jalia family doesn't know what price they paid. Invited a first-rate chain to ask for time. A large number of low-priced orders will be sold to impact consumer spending methods. When the police station learned about this, everyone hurried to check. And at this time you came to Yufei's room again. The purpose of the other party's invitation to you this time. Just to invest in your future. Just in time for your discussion. In the shadow. It's true that I took advantage of this fierce-faced man. This person was sent by the Jalia family to kidnap Yufei. I looked at the 2 beauties in front of him, one big and one small. My heart is not frightened, but my heart is getting hot. Just in time to trap Yufei to that single chain master. Leave one for yourself. Not. Think of this. In a hurry, she threw out 2 engine and headed towards the 2 of them. I felt it several times. A flash of sound took Yufei and blocked it. When it appears again, You still came behind that fierce-faced man. Then you punched the opponent hard on the back. But the man in front of him hasn't reacted yet. My whole body was in close contact with the floor. Call. What bad luck. Come on, you were almost taken away by Lou. You looked at Yafei with some wishful thinking. If it hadn't been for a breakthrough in my own strength. Maybe even let this fierce-faced man have a taste. Look what you said. If you don't understand, I will accompany you with myself. Who are they sucking up? Yes. Then after your discussion. The other party also tried to get out of the situation completely. The specific process is to tighten the cracks. Wu asked a bottle chain master to crack down on consumer products. And the request made by the other party. Just keep Yafei from the miter auction house online. After talking to the other party. You go and pick up the fire and you will deal with it. To be reduced slightly. Is there any custom? After tonight it will cease to exist. 0 left. Yafei handed you a famous book. The Mystery of Hua's family is extremely fierce. This fighting attack was originally used with Xuanhua 3 times. Can double the original power of flames. Time soon came tonight. There is Lingying, the 8-star Do Huang Zhenshui. You get rid of the game without any hindrance. Before Ling left, you put a bag on purpose. Use one light to remove anti-smudges and some fighting tights. And the news here quickly spread throughout the city. Everyone looked at the fire at home. Everyone is guessing about the origin. The most popular version. It's the family that blamed the Gu family. The mysterious strong man invited by the Gu family took revenge. Every time. Yafei also got the news that Lu Shi died in the fire. Miss, do you think this was done by Mr. Bai from the Gu family? Yafei on the side was reading the information read in his hand. The corners of his mouth raised involuntarily. Who knows? The fire burned all night. Early the next morning, after the pawn shop learned about this, everyone was laughing so hard. A high-level meeting was held immediately. Start discussing with your family. Annexation plan for remaining shops. Another time inside Yulan sect. The unforgettable returned to the sect. I met the sect leader immediately. And told him why he went to Gu's house to break off the engagement. Yanran, why don't you discuss this with the teacher? He went to Gu's house without authorization to cancel the engagement. Yun looked at the ugly smoke in front of him with some headaches. The first time I did this, I did it differently. Teacher Aya, these are all trivial matters. I tell you. I saw a woman at my house who made me lustful. The eye-catching restaurant simply cannot compare with it. Yan, is it possible that you like women? Yun was a little dumbfounded. Lost pictures for so many years. I didn't realize that Yanran was a lily. Non-compliance. She is a boy. But your appearance is even more beautiful than yours, teacher. And beautify her. The man shook his head like this. Just think of it as Ning and Yanran's fantasy. How could such a person exist in the world? Everyone did things that she could never imagine. When I meet you for the first time in the future. Make her suspicious of her interests as quickly as possible. The time of the year turns smoothly in time. Sales continue to develop during this period. Jingwen does not admit his position as big brother. But you are also planning to leave the Gu family on this day. Go out alone and make a rebellion. Brother Xiaoxiu, why are you leaving? Didn't we agree to enter canon college together? Facing inquiries from Pin Shuer. You also explained patiently. Shuer, I have a premonition. This horse empire will give me some opportunities. So I'll find you later. Okay, I miss you with a firm attitude, even though my heart is full of reluctance. But he still nodded and agreed. It is worth mentioning that. Ji Yan spent this year under the leadership of Yao Jing's teaching party. My strength has been restored to my fighting spirit for a long time. And like you, I also delayed my admission to canon college. Let you be surprised before taking it away. Alone with dozens of Galacoins and Obapa airports. In the end, Sabota reached the fighter. Completely eliminate the current threat to the family. A few days later, you finally arrived at the boundary of the Warcraft Mountains. It's time for you to feel better. When you want to stop and take a good rest. But he was given the opportunity to go away by a passing doctor. Don't do it. Who makes your appearance too experienced? The first time I saw you in Little Doctor. A strong sense of protection arose in my heart. Then I'll take you back to Wanyao in Xingshan town. Only then did the other party let go of you. It's not safe for girls to stay outside in the middle of the night. Fortunately, I knocked him down. What should I do if I meet a bad person? The bad guy is talking about yourself, right? After all, no good person would leave the house with someone they meet for the first time. After complaining in my heart, you also expressed your gratitude to the other party, and informed him of his thoughts. It turns out that Miss Bai wanted to come to me to learn some knowledge about medicinal materials. No problem. It's just that I have to appoint Miss Bai to sleep with me for one night. There are not many rooms to choose from. But tomorrow I will spare a room for you. Before you react. The person has already been brought to his defense by the little doctor. No, we just met and we're going to sleep together. Is it so exciting? Seeing that he was about to be pulled into bed. A chicken cat is dragging each other's home. Little doctors don't need to do this first. I'm a boy. Just make a floor covering. The little doctor listened first and then dressed. Immediately afterwards, Gusi laughed out loud in his life. How is this possible? Miss Bai is so beautiful, so don't hit me. Don't look at her seriously when she looks at you. The whole person was immediately confused. How is this possible? No. I want to identify it myself. So no. The scene of acquaintance on the 4th floor happened again. Xiaoxiu was once again manipulated by others. A little doctor can teach you a lifetime. The whole person fell directly on the bed. I was instantly dissatisfied with the red fish. You reluctantly gave in and bowed your head. Why are these people always ready to take action if they disagree? Lie, right? You are so beautiful. He's really a boy. After learning your gender again, the little doctor no longer insists on sleeping with you. Just whenever she looks at your sleeping back. There will always be a silent impulse in my heart. Early morning on the 4th, you follow the little doctor to a hospital to treat patients. After a busy half day, you two also have free time and start to relax. But this rare moment of leisure was quickly interrupted. Let the little doctor come out quickly first. Otherwise, don't blame me for killing me. One of the leading men shouted loudly. Hear the sound. The little doctor's face immediately darkened. This bastard is here again. Then under the other party's explanation. You also roughly understand what happened. To put it simply, he is the one who leads the gang outside. He is the young commander of the Wolfhead Army Corps. If you want to take a little doctor by force, you have to wait for a while. But there are many things behind the little doctor's back that he wants to plug into his waist. So the other party doesn't dare to go too far. Sister, I didn't expect you to have such a beautiful little sister first, little doctor. Why don't you let her come with you to relieve this young master? Hearing such insulting words, the little doctor immediately became angry. She is my must-win guest. You scumbag, get out of here and go back to your dog. I'll go away. I heard you just want to win customers. Any worries in the target's mind disappeared immediately. Since you are a guest, then why not come to our Wolfhead Army to have some fun? As she spoke, she stopped moving forward. I will grab your position with my skills. Watching the other parties approaching business. You just made a joke and pulled the opponent back together. I really shame you. Shoo, even a king's treasury dares to provoke him. The who on the side saw that the situation was not good. Just dragged the blind eyes and run away. And this matter was soon discussed in Wanyao Digest. Because of this, you were seen by this boss who wanted to pick him off. When someone opens their mouth, they invite you to join them. Otherwise, you can try to dial it immediately. They will definitely be hunted down by all members of the other party. However, you shook your head after hearing this. Rejected the other party's kindness. I came here with a purpose in mind during this trip. Naturally, I won't get involved in anything. After hearing this, Mr. Yao didn't rush for anything. I just said that if you pick it up at all times, it will keep you safe for a while. But apart from these 10,000 things, it's all up to you. After hearing this, you cut your hands towards the other person to express your gratitude. Later on, you accompany your aunt to a secret relocation business. From the animal suit inside, he took away a funny book called Colorful Dojing. I heard her say that this unique book can effectively suppress her own uniqueness. Delay the outbreak time of the evil alone. In the end, there is really no way to solve the problems of the system if you lie down on your own. I will end my life in a place where I know nothing about humans and machines. The aunt first looked at the sperm in her hand. There was some hatred for a while. But soon she started working again. I'll definitely find a solution. Are you right? Zaya bye bye. You look at this strong girl in front of you. My heart is slightly moved. Definitely will. However, when you come back from your visit, you must pick it up. According to reports, a killing operation against you is about to begin. Every time. My aunt also came here after asking for help. The situation in Qingyun town has also begun to become more confusing. Sure enough, on this day, head of the Wolf Head Army Corps. He came to the door with a bunch of younger brothers. You must be brave enough. Shuron made it impossible for my son to bow. If you don't hand over the most evil hand today, then just wait for the war to begin. Heard this. Mr. Wolf couldn't help but laughed out loud. Excuse me, I really can't hold it back. Ha ha, seeing this, my head was so frightened that I became angry. Make a sound at the intersection. I think this Qingshan town has been peaceful for a long time. Some people have forgotten my warning about the wolf-headed army. When the silver falls, the shogun had clenched his fists and punched Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf was also ambiguous when he saw this, winning with the same punch. Two fists collide. It stirred up a lot of fuss when it was discussed around. It was this fairy who did it. Go back and be my concubine. Not. Mr. Yao on the side reacted immediately. This is the opponent's excuse. But if you want to turn around, it's still too late. Facing this is a fierce scene. You didn't take it to heart at all. No stress at all. He simply used the deputy's flame punch to win. After one punch to a big step, the tent was so beaten by you that it made him spit out his name. Just look and stop. His eyes are silvery. With a wave of his hand, he extinguished the burning flame. I didn't expect you to still have a problem. The two younger brothers behind him didn't care when they saw this. One on the left and the other on the right, they rushed forward and wanted to hand you over to Wei Kengzi. And after you hit the target, you quickly fell back. You Xiaoyi nodded first and gave it a try. Change of heart and disappear again in important things. You can't escape him. There was a cry from the palace. The caller's men quickly chased after him. Mr. Bai, Xiaoyi first looked at the direction you were leaving. I can't help but worry about you. Mr. Yao on the side had a drink. I didn't expect that, Mr. Bai. There is actually some strength in Samsung being market. It seems that those people in life can't stand him. And in front of a meal stall somewhere in Qingshan town. You should have enough to buy medicinal anti-inflammatory drugs. I did suddenly feel a familiar breath. Still turned around. What Bai Wu can see is that you are being chased by several cons. It's Brother Xiaoxiu. Teacher, do we want to help? Watching you being chased. I was a little worried about reducing inflammation for a while. It's just a simple bargain to keep smelling your eyes. Then he withdrew his gaze. It'll be okay. I think that white guy is capable of anything he wants. Obviously, he still has some trump cards that are useless. And just with your little ink cultivation. When I went there, it was just a picture of me taking off my thick skin. When I smell the anti-inflammation, my face suddenly lights up. All right, I hope Brother Xiu will be safe and sound. Already surrounded by a type of people from the Wolf Head Army. Although it has the free transformation flame of hanging fire. Keep them out. But I also trapped myself in it. Of course, being trapped doesn't mean you can't run away. Just not far behind you. It is the foundation for grinding sales and increasing sales. Originally, I wanted to learn more from Xiaoyi first. Now it seems that the only way to enter this is to sell and delete in advance. Think of this. Your grind in front of an enlarged. Taking advantage of their clones to resist the construction. He immediately used Wei Ying to rush into the sales and deletions behind him. Wu Shijian looked down at the elder beside him with admiration. Damn it, heat it up. I didn't expect you would dare to go in. At this time, a young man behind him came forward to ask. Anyway, should we pursue you now? Need not. Entering that place is a narrow escape. It's just a pity for such a beautiful woman. At the same time, in Qingshan town, Xiaoyan came to Wanyao's high. Xiang Xiaoyi first inquired about the news. Looking at the arrogant young man in front of me. Xiao Yixian's plum blossoms are unique. What is your relationship with Mr. Bai? Could it be that it was also sent to his plum hat? Xiaoyan Wanyan was immediately frightened. It's not that I hide it so well. How did he lose his poetry at a glance? Wrong. This should just be his guess. Think of this. Xiaoyan then opened his mouth and explained that he is your soul. It also tells a lot about you. This requires materials to make Xiaoyi happy first. The primary school student didn't hide anything at first. Tell Xiaoyan everything that happened. You mean those people from the Wolf Head Army Corps? I want to turn Xiaoxiu cut into you. Xiaoyan has some lives. These people actually want to do what he has always wanted to do. Tolerable. Xiaoyi first saw that Xiaoyan's face looked a little ugly. I thought I was worried about your safety. So I smiled and said a word of forgiveness. That's exactly what they said. But with Mr. Bai's strength, those people. But why can't I bear with him? Xiaoyan Wanyan nodded. Thank you, girl. After saying this again, Xiaoyan was so depressed that he could not leave. Time soon came to night. The grinding of hands and pulse at night is silent. Not even a clear meaning. But in such a quiet atmosphere. In the cave where you hide. But suddenly I remembered a burst of horn steps. Who is there? Your voice booms in this empty mine cave. But on the increasingly desperate steps. Just to show your name that the other party doesn't take you seriously. No more. The moment is to release a fireball to replenish the ears. However, this episode of yours is enough to seriously injure the ordinary being market. But the moment he gets close to the other person, he was shaken away by the coercion of Zhou Shangsun. At such a young age, he dared to break into this place all by himself. Were you quite bright at that time? There was a hint of smile in the charming voice. Apparently it was some accident that I met Horon here. One. After showing relatives and friends. Your expression is obvious. You recognize me. Don't recognize. I was just intimidated by Jieji's momentum just now. But there are 10,000 heads in your heart. Running towards you in Tanger country. I also thought that I would meet you here. That means that the other party is here for Ziling Jin, the lost king of Bohemia arts. I hope they won't be distracted by their fight when the time comes. The fish beside you must have stared at you for a long time before continuing. Sister, let me believe it for now. My name is Yunji. It comes from grinding your hands, cutting your pulse, and forcing your face. And you. My name is Bai Xiaofei. It also comes from grinding your hands, removing your pulse, and forcing your face. You didn't tell your real name. Do you give your identity as soon as you enter and leave the house? What's more, the other party is also using a fake name. You have no burden at all. After talking to you for a while, Yu found that he was really a little distracted. Such a beautiful and courageous woman. I really hit her, but, okay? The fish is in your frightened expression. She pulled you into her arms in one fell swoop. I hadn't waited for you to take action. The other party's warning sound is in your ears. Don't move. Your voice just now has alarmed a lot of people. I'm helping you flatten your breath now. Sure enough, at the moment when the fish painting fell, outside the cave, I remembered the footsteps of Uncle Cece who was grinding his hands. Several squirrels searched outside the cave for a long time. As a result, not even a single human figure was found. Soon, my mother squeezed and opened it. Look. Sister didn't lie to you. You'll sleep in your sister's arms tonight like this. Some people's noses are very sharp. That's all. You slept in Yu's arms all night. Early morning on the 4th. When you open your eyes, what catches the eye is Yu's smiling face. Little guy, you finally woke up with your tongue. This saliva is so drooling that it almost ejaculates my sister's clothes. Hear each other's words. Only then did you feel like getting up. And possibly expressed an apology to the other party. At the same time, you are also changing your mind for yourself. It must be because I was chased by the wolf head army yesterday. I'm so tired that I sleep so soundly. It's definitely not because the other person's embrace is soft. Fishy looks at you and looks like a red fish. A heartbreaking legacy. My love for you skyrockets. And I want to kidnap you directly back to Yulin's sect. This way I can see your love making appearance every day. Fish, how can you have such thoughts? Xiaofei is a girl. Absolutely not. Although Yu thinks so in his heart. But in fact, he keeps catching it for you and selling it for breakfast. I even gave you a book titled Xuanjie Gaoji Dojin of Fengshi Sunset Medicine. However, you were thinking about the other person's forced love yesterday. I also forgot to tell the fact that I am a boy. The matter of being treated as a girl. You've already grown your girth by sucking it. As this day progresses, fish are almost unable to suppress their inner excitement. No. I have to go find Zilingjin tomorrow. The purpose of this trip was to take away Zilingjin. A single medicine used for practice to stain the face with Hyangu and Wei. If I'm dating you for a few days, it was a chance for him to forget that there was an apprentice at home who was struggling to make ends meet. So on this day we have a feast. Yu deliberately spread a lot of medicine. Enough to leave Mashu Mountain after obtaining the Xiling gold. As for whether I will see you again, he is not worried. Obviously. He feels that your fate, Yu, is not so shallow. After searching for a whole page, Yu also came to the tide of blood of King Zgi as he wished. Leave him to unleash the pressure of the Samsung Do Huang. In that moment of kinesthetic awareness, a low voice came from the TV. Don't let humans get closer. I'll tell you that you are a fighting emperor. I don't want to argue with you either. Retreat quickly. I came here to make a deal with you. As long as you can give me a share of the bell gold, I can leave right now. Give you a bell. Joke. Cross over when falling. A huge Momo appeared in the field. Why do I want to make a deal with you as a human being? That being the case, then don't blame me for coming to pick it up in person. While talking, Yun took the lead in exhibiting a piece of art. Seeing this, King Zgi made a low-level joke. Please go on to the stage and win. The aftermath of the battle soon attracted the idea of eliminating words. The vault was born involuntarily after he approached. Isn't this the six-piece world of Warcraft King? That's equivalent to Do Huang and other monsters. Yao Lao Wenyan nodded. Good. But that human's cultivation level is not weaker than him in thinking. Zio Yanzi looks good. This and other battles will be very helpful for your future growth. Consent event. You also transform from the dream. But is it affected by the belated fluctuation of the wall outside? And the remainder that disappears within the movement. You guessed what was going on right away. Can't wait to get started? I have to deal with this greedy guy. After the party's subordinate Wang Shi came to attack, Yu suddenly realized that his fighting spirit was slowly disappearing. My strength is decreasing. What's going on? Ha. Already possessed by this king's innate magical power. Wait until your cultivation is completely sealed. Become my king's food. After hearing this, Yu cursed. Obviously, he didn't expect that the other party's innate magical power would do this. Throw out another breath of anger. This kind of chicken will always be red. Bianqing's fighting spirit in his body has not completely dissipated yet. Use fighting energy to transform your mind and fly towards the distance blindly. But as the seal continues to spread, and the injuries caused by the fight just now, it's really hard for Yu to hold on. His vision started to become blurry. The figure also needs to sway. Ben was about to fall downwards. The duo who pressed out of the cheating group started to assemble together. Teacher, he seems to have fallen. Walk, let's go over and have a look. Maybe he can make this fighting emperor owe him a favor. Other side. Cloud's about to fall. It's true that you, who were rushed here first, thought so. Looking at the family members who were already unconscious in their arms. Is it difficult for you not to have it? You owe me your life now. After saying that, you quickly pushed. A place where no one can escape from danger. This makes the news I just felt so regretful. Such is the favor of a strong warrior. Was logged in first by someone else. The moment you took Yun away. Originally, I was still pursuing slowly in the air. King Genie stopped. In his perception, the aura of the human woman just now suddenly disappeared. But he is not worried. Even if we really let him escape. Not ashamed. No other magic trick in the forest would make it easy for him. Think of this. King Genie then returned to North Korea. However, he has not lived in a stable life for 2 days. Yun did come to the door again and again. Good. Just go back and make plans together. Hit the door of the Jin Dynasty king. The biggest news came immediately. This led to the birth of King Pasha of Jin Dynasty. Damn humans. I didn't expect you would dare to show up. Yu Lang and Yi Shang. I was hurt like that by you before. I will definitely not let you go. Then you can stay here forever. The sound has just fallen. As soon as one of them got hurt, they started fighting in the distant mountains and forests. Just then, your figure ghostly appears in front of the animation. Why? I don't know if Sister Yun's plan is reliable or not. That's right. Yun did not come alone this time. In these days of cultivating business potential, he has already confessed everything to you. And planning with you how to steal. Zilingjing, the son of King Zgi. After all, he also gave you a lot of good things. One of the most valuable items is his close-fitting inner foot. Inside the cave, after searching again and again. Finally, it was in the body of Zai Jin Wang Zai. I found Zilingjing. Something that surprises you. Behind these elves, there is actually this big piece of half-length Kanehara. Turn to Dava now. You have no intention of eating at all. I quickly packed up these things and took them away. Zijinai and Wang Si who were fighting felt a book. When the lucky monkey is born. Flying human. You actually have help with repairs. Not at all. When he thought it was a good idea, he flew towards Xiao Shui. Look at this situation. Xiao Fei should have already succeeded. Thinking of this, Yun also quickly chased after him. Just when you are awake, your good luck will come. The body area of Tang Dynasty, King Zijinai. But she appears under your head like a ghost girl. Okay. Another human woman. You can stay here too. A thin purple fire spurted out from his mouth. Once I see this move, I can't avoid it. It was also a backhand that took away the opponent's thin fire. He looked at King Zijinai who was on the side and commented one by one. He really can't understand. Why is a human being so thin that they are unique? However, even if you have the ability to negate the opponent's moves, but because the realms of the two sides are so different, your flame dissipates as soon as it comes into contact with the opponent's flame. Even if I feel it at all. Release the opponent's flame. Only then can your life be saved. In the confrontation with Li Hong, King Zijin, I was the first to speak. Now that you got what you wanted, then get out of here. He's afraid that you still have helpers hiding in the dark. As long as your own children don't cause trouble, everything else doesn't matter. This is a bit surprising. This guy's attitude was not like this last time I came here. But this is also consistent with his clout. After finding a safe place again, you also handed over the Zilin Jin in your hand. He even kissed you as a reward for this. As for who is being rewarded, that's unknown. Before Ling left, Yun Yun once again invited you. I hope you can join their Yunnan sect. But you know very well that at this time, the Yunnan sect has already been dominated by the Soul Palace. I don't want to be forgiven by the Soul Palace. In the end, Yun Yun brought the superior Shin Qin, flying away from the Warcraft Mountains. But you also plan to return to Qingshan Town. Go find revenge against the wolf-headed army. How many cities should I watch? After your journey in the Warcraft Mountains ended, you rose up again. Let's head towards the Tagore Desert. But the purpose of your trip? Just to find the legendary Yi Wu. After several days of long-distance shooting, as expected, you got lost. It's a good thing that you don't know what to do. A group of kidnapped human women were discovered outside. This is the front of Daiyu from the Snake Tribe. 2 snake tribesmen were pressing several human women to send away, walking in the killing field. After you observe some, found 3 snake people who are just small bean stones. Now I continue to hide. Directly transform into University 8 and send them flying several miles away. Looking at the women who were tied up in front of me, you couldn't help but nod your head secretly. This quilt is really a pillow sent by Kashuai. Won't the guy with flying eyes just come? Under their leadership, you soon came to a city built by humans. After saying goodbye to the girls, you are going to buy one. Only possible detailed map of Kill MO. I must find the young star before every kill. But before you take action, the noise in front of you attracts your attention. You seek life and forget. I saw a little girl wearing a blue dress. He kept apologizing to a middle-aged man. Sorry, it's useless. My vocabulary device is worth a full $5 and has no experience. If you don't accompany me with money today, then don't even think about leaving. The middle-aged man read more and more. In the end, he said it directly. She's the idea of colliding between the snake race and the human race. These words brought the little girl's inferiority complex to its peak. She stood there with her head down, silently bearing the malice coming from the middle-aged man. After hearing these words, you on the side. Stand up when it's urgent. She signed it. Returned. After the middle-aged man received the essence, he. A quick turn in coloring. Oh, thank you so much to this lady. You are such a kind person. You didn't pay attention to the middle-aged man's accusation. Instead, he directly signed the little girl's hand and left. Of course your behavior is not something that upsets Shang's mother. Through current events, you also guess the identity of this little girl. This girl has a soul that is famous all over the world. The first phase of the same must give up sandweighting. To make a soul contract with any snake-like grinder. Looking for the inner fire of the soul in the future. Her help is indispensable. On the road, I felt a little inferior when I looked at the hand held by you. Because it is the background of the combination of snake-human feet and human feet. Therefore, in terms of body shape, normal human beings have no intention of. But the surface of his body has a spiritual feeling. This resulted in her being looked down upon and ignored by the people around her every day. And after you feel the other person's uneasy mood, he also smiled and comforted. Don't worry about what that person just said. I won't despise those special things about you. On the contrary, I think you are very cute. Xingling's originally drooped head suddenly lifted up as she thought it would be a one-sided transformation. Praise the beautiful fairy-like sister in front of you. Let Xingling stay for a while. She didn't come back to her senses until half a minute later. Sister, do you really not dislike it? They all say I'm a monster. Won't. I'm not that kind of person. Xingling looks at your gentle efficiency. Feeling clear and warm. After chatting for a while in front of you, the whole person is relaxed. She pulled you and told you a lot about her own elf. And I know that you are not my sister but my brother Hong. Big shock. Not long after, she took you back to the Ma Tianyongding group who took her in. Elder brother, this is where the 2 group leaders stopped. Her flowery tone has just faded. The friend in front of me came out with a business. The man's penis fell on you first. When the mind is interrupted, a familiar feeling arises. Xingling. This one hasn't even waited for the little girl to introduce her. Your voice reminded me first. Brother Xiaoding. Do you not recognize me after not seeing me for so many years? You are Xiaoxiu. After hearing the sound, Xiaoding recognized her immediately and stepped forward. I hold your hand without enthusiasm. Quick, come in, drink and chat. Your elder brother should be back soon. We brothers must have a good gathering today. Xingling on the side saw the scene. Opened her mouth slightly. It turns out brother Xiaoxiu and the group leader are brothers. No wonder Dairan is so gentle. When Xiuli returns to Matian and meets your brother-in-law with Ding Tuan. It's also the opposite of how you drink and talking to you about the pain in your eyes. After some pleasantries, you suddenly remembered what you met in the desert before. So he started questioning the 2 of them. 2 eldest brothers. I met him in the desert before. The incident of the snake group kidnapping a human woman. I wonder how much you know about this matter. Kidnapping a human woman. The dead force and the pink top shook their heads after a night of synchronization. No wonder the snake group has been so quiet lately. It turns out there are other actions taking place somewhere. Salesforce's face is a bit ugly. Based on her knowledge of the snake group. The other party's sneaky behavior. It's obviously some big conspiracy behind the scenes. After you see that you can't find any information after asking again, I won't say goodbye yet. In the next few days, you follow the map and start looking for a life in the desert. Possible locations. And the search lasted 5 days. Although there is no news about the whereabouts of Iwa. But you are in these 5 days. A dozen human women were kidnapped by the snake group one after another. And your behavior. It also made me so hungry that I killed the queen. Also on this day, I just gave up the position of a good fighter. But he ran into a big trouble on the way back to Graphite City. Looking at the blurry figure in the killing field ahead. Is it difficult for you not to be oily? Why does that figure look so much like the queen of killing me? At this time, the voice in front turns back. But when she sees your appearance clearly, the eyes that were originally full of killing. It's not a good habit to peek at others. Discover yourself first. You don't follow it well. Broke out immediately. Escaped to the rear at the fastest speed since traveling. At the same time, he also made a sharp sound in his heart. This is too unlucky, right? Finally found the location of the fire. As a result, I met a murderer in the picture on my way back to the city. Your opponent's strength is infinitely close to Dozone's. I'm afraid that if I fart too much, I'll squat to death. After escaping a long distance again. Now you have a sense of security. And when you turn your head and look back. But you find that the other person is following you leisurely. That relaxed expression is just like the cat chant. Not eldest sister. We have no grudges. There's no need to chase after me, right? Although there is no hatred. But I just want to chase you. If you are caught by me, oil is indispensable for cramps. Look at your face after listening to it. The original plan of pretending to be stupid didn't work. Since it's too soft, then it can only be tougher. Think of this. You immediately shoot 3 fireballs at each kill. But the other party just waved his hand gently. Just kill these attacks. The game of cat, table, and mouse ends here. Now it's my turn to take action. The most convenient moves were copied. Taking advantage of the sword shape where 2 moves collide immediately displayed the urgency of fighting against Yunsua's own tone. The wind is urgent. If the sun wants to fall with the sound of your flowers. As soon as Wang arrived at the performance, he immediately stood up in the field and let go. In an instant, every side of the killer is blocked. But you also took advantage of this and missed the attack and used the flash shield to escape. When the white light dissipates, only the figures of those who kill one person at a time are left in the place. Chiron can still use my moves. I am somewhat interested in you. But for now, let's start with the demonstrators who are frivolous and angry. Little sister, we will meet again. You on the other side after returning to Emotayo Nice Group. I found Xingling right away. Because of the character who met Mito killing Queen in advance. So you plan to go and pick it up for a while. So as not to delay the change. I guess it took a while before you came to an underground passage. The little girl looked at the underground Yinjiang River in front of her. A little scared for a moment. I secretly grabbed Yurijo. Xiaoyan. Why do I feel something is strange here? Your feeling is right. As far as I know, there should be a Douling level waist Fin living here. Xiaoyan, whether I can get through this or not depends on you. Douling level Fin waist. Rely on me, after hearing your words. There was a short circuit between the light brain and consciousness. Just then, a branch suddenly rushed out from under the Longjiang River ahead. The red double-headed tongue seems to be being taken around Xingjing. Say nothing. Twitch his tail immediately. Hit your position. Good thing you're leaving. This can escape the opponent's attack from this life's great minister. Xingling, just stay here. I'll deal with him. Although I don't know how determined the vice snake Sanhua is as well. But in this situation, we can only go first. Faced with another attack from the 2-headed fire spirit snake. You also use Xinhua Duzi to dodge easily. But the various attacks you make every time. There is no way to cause effective damage to the opponent. Just after your realm has matched the number of pairs. Suddenly you have a family member. If you don't have time to react, you will fall to the ground. Only then open large socks. Put it on. I want to swallow you in one bite. Just when the 1,000 troops are at their peak. Move to Donkey King's own field and flash. Don't hurt me. I'm so shy. Suddenly, a pressure from the soul's reach. Suppress the 2-headed fire spirit snake in place. Meet. The violence in Asai's is slowly receding. Even the huge living area has shrunk. Suddenly he turned into a docile citizen who was quickly subdued. Shameless boy, are you okay? I see you have awakened some ability. This monster will no longer attack us. Ha 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 ha, I have nothing to do. Or clear the calendar. Hear your praise. The little man's face instantly turned red. Where's there? I'll be very satisfied if I can help as little as possible and clear it all. But just when you relax your vigilance. In the shadow. Oops. It's really a touching picture. The moment I heard this sound. When I stared at it, I became alert. It's you. I didn't expect you to run so fast. I actually came here to look for a while. It saves me the trouble of looking for you. Seeing the sand moon walking on the moon every time. When clearing the situation, you can stand up in a hurry. You're not allowed to hurt the shy young man. Xiaoling. Bite him. The 2-headed fire spirit snake Jinho immediately opened towards every degree of sand filling the crowd. However, the opponent just made a random move. The 2-headed fire snake. It was photographed into the IWA river on the side. Don't make unnecessary resistance. Take me for a walk. I'll take you back to the snake tribe and adjust you properly. Don't think you dare to do a generational competition. He punched every degree of Sha with one punch. The opponent does not dodge or dodge. Directly caught your attack from the west. Then unleash the fighting spirit in your body that everyone knows how to do. Plump. After cheating customers. Every time Sha can follow his own rhythm, smile with that. Just stay here with the teacher for now. I'll be back soon. Then you will stay with me, old teacher. Was it you who did it? Wow. Is it possible that I really have to be manipulated by every time Sha finished speaking, he did not continue. He jumped into the Yinjiang River just 1 month after his birth. But after. A stream of light flew out from the depths of the desert. Heading towards the direction of the snake people. It's just that I haven't waited for the streamer to fly out. A shadow was thrown out of it. Keep your mouth shut. Don't think about what just happened. Disclose to others. Otherwise. Hate. The mind looks at the business going away in the sky. I can only pray for you silently in my heart. Not long after. You will be returned to his love skills every time. Besides. Don't you know how to be gentle? You've tied my man in knots so many times. It's good that I didn't teach you directly to them. Here are some cultivation resources. From now on, you will be my personal bodyguard, right? I don't think you want to give me a confession. You're such a devil. Even though you don't want it in your heart. But now we can only accept the situation. That's all. You were put under house arrest by the Serena of every degree, although the cultivation resources are not ugly anymore. But I have to endure harassment every day. Fortunately, these tormenting days soon came to an end. Every day, the Queen of the Sha will start practicing Hanyuwa on this day. Attack the realm of Dozone. All snake people's literature is in a state of excitement. As long as their Queen Bisha successfully breaks through Dozone. Every time the sand changes, it brings you to the place where you can see it every day. When I make a breakthrough, I must look at my surroundings. Don't let anyone come and disturb you. Queen, don't worry. Leave it to me, no problem. Although you promised well. But the excitement in my heart has its own little algorithm. Wait until every degree of sand stops and the fire regenerates quickly. It's your time to escape. At the same time, outside the snake tribe. Yun and others who had been ejaculating for several days also felt it. Goofy is holding an exquisite Jinho. What I said one step forward. I heard that every time the Tsar Queen is destroyed. I am willing to use a 6-screen elixir to calm him down. I hope you all can give me a shout out. What do you mean by Ligulu? Wipe my fart blood directly. Our Lady the Queen said. He won't see anyone. Go quietly. That's it. Go back where you came from. A kind of snake human race that doesn't give the other person any energy to communicate. Open your mouth and bow. It's too soft to see. Goofy and others are meeting each other. Dong Dong burst out with extreme coercion. That being the case. Then don't blame us for forcing our way in. They just had people from outside. His blaster fight comes. And in the hot spring. Every time the Queen of the Tsar has also begun to contact. Interruptible fire breakthrough. Suddenly. A fire that was originally very quiet. Somehow he became violent. This unexpected turn of events. Let every sandstorm exhale. Chugu's last life soul suddenly appeared in Ji's body. Start fighting with him for more control of your body. By Xiaoxiu, please be careful around the body. I want to start power response. Every time a fire breaks out. Then use your hands to pinch F.A.Ju. Beginning to gain power. Same as in the body. You look at this hand in silence. The look on Lian Sha's face becomes more and more painful every time he sees it. You also realize your opportunity. So I couldn't step forward immediately, walking towards the location of every degree of sand. I open my eyes every time I hear the movement. I was so frightened when I saw you coming in. Bai Xiaoxiu, what are you going to do? Look at nature enjoying this fire. Since the queen cannot control, that can only make me easier. You are shameless. Bai Xiaoxiu, I won't let you go. After throwing the sentence down again, it becomes more interesting every time I go to see you. Sipo can't bear the pure burning of a fire. Finally dissipated after persisting for a while. Queen, please go with peace of mind. To transform you into a fire, I will practice it without any delay. At the same time, the snake people are nothing more than Lin Yun and others were torn to death by the 8 masters and were stripped of their masters. There's no way to force your way in if you're rooted. Just as the situation gradually became tense, when the snake tribe stretched out its territory, a light suddenly lit up. Suck the big hand and get the construction equipment points and shout loudly. Ha 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 ha. The queen succeeded. None of you can escape. Is it really successful? Bones and looking at the light lord in the distance, unable to help being born. However, when the light master's method disappeared, the snake people did not receive their own queen. Even the remaining energy of the light lord, still talking about all the buildings around me. How could this be? Has the queen failed? Just when the entire snake tribe fell into mourning, you came to this erotic stream suddenly from somewhere. Rush into that stable and chaotic force. That's the queen's true form. Wait until that stable and chaotic force dissipates. Every time the snake queen's body disappears completely from the variety show. No, your majesty. Saw this scene. The faith in the hearts of all snake people collapsed. Gu He and others took advantage of this opportunity. Rush into the land of the snake tribe. Chase quickly. Even if the queen fails, we also want to keep a group of snake people in the tribe. It's too late for the snake queen's clouds to fall every year. All the snake people chased after them one by one under the command of several big hands. Soon after, Yun took the lead in arriving at the location of a group of energy. But before he could take action, the building in front suddenly exploded with a giant face. As soon as he arrived at the human camp, he flew out of the waves. That's Xiao Fei. The moment Yun saw that figure, his whole body shook. The next situation turned into a disaster for Gu He and others. And Yun takes you to escape from the battlefield. But your current situation is extremely dangerous, because the energy of the group is too violent, your body temperature is rising rapidly. If you cannot release the huge energy in your body, then waiting for you will end up like the snake queen every time. After finding a hidden and low-lying place, only then will I let you go. According to your painful and distorted face. After hesitating for a moment, I finally made up my mind and walked towards your yellow ring. And all of this was sensed by the spiritual seal that was pressed out. The shy young master is really blessed. But how should I report this to the lady? That's right. I was so shy that I took photos of the guards at the beginning and tried to pay attention to your movements all the time. Whenever night comes, he will be jumping from the top of Garland College to where you are. Looking forward to meeting you soon. Time flows smoothly. With the help of Yun, a group of people in your body. It was also temporarily suppressed. Next, we just need to slowly stabilize and get better. This time, thanks to Yunjie. Otherwise, I would have reported us out and died. As long as you know, my sister has sacrificed a lot for you. You were a little embarrassed by what was said, so you changed the subject. Then Yunting, is it really okay for you to go back empty-handed? Ningling is here to get a group of people. No problem. When the time comes, my sister will get some injuries on her. Just say that a mysterious person gave you to you and left. After listening, I also agreed with the other party's thoughts. After you chatted for a few more words, you hurriedly left. He was afraid that if he didn't go back to Guhai and others, they would come looking for him. Just when you are about to leave. It still means the same thing, but it came out at this time. You have a set of skills and a paint tongue. Appearing in front of you like this. Kill the queen every time. When I heard your voice, my uvula let out a few whispers. The little head is rubbing your cheek gently. You breathed a sigh of relief after seeing this. The person taking over the body now is estimated to kill half of the life inside the body every time. Soul Ziyu Yang Yan. And the consciousness of killing the queen every time should be too weak. So I fell into a deep sleep for a while. That's right, the white uvula in front of you is the queen of killing every time. A mother sweating inside Tibetan Ziyu Yan's tongue. Yuan Wujua's blood is full. But the conditions for its activation are extremely tedious to evolve the soul. It is necessary to break away from the original Oqiao and use the power of the soul to condense into a real mind and body. In this way, Shi Tsai swallows Tianma. I think the other party was taking advantage of the explosion. Just hidden in one stream. The other party looks harmless. I plan to keep the chess piece with me for the time being. After all, this is Haratania Chibo who can compete with the strong ones. After returning to the Emo Taiyong Core, you had sex with Qingling first? Then you returned to the room and began to feel the fire energy in his body. The little white snake will move around you and act as a guarantee. However, you are still a little worried that the other party will suddenly give you a cell phone every time he kills you. Sure enough, on this day, what you feared came true. Originally you took Qingling to discuss cooperation with Hai Guodong. In exchange for helping the other party remove the wind seal imposed on her every time she kills the queen. The incomplete map of classic enchantment. But just after you finished your work, the Taoist family was wiped out by the little white snake for the sake of a half-born son. Let the soul of the queen who is killed every time wake up in advance. Just when you're praising the other person for how cute he is when he absorbs half-born sperm. The temperament of Xiao Ju in front of me is someone else's. You're cute. I think you're much cuter than me. The sudden change in voice makes your heart skip a beat. I tried my best to open my eyes and couldn't believe what I was seeing. Why don't you dare to open your eyes? Could it be that you also know that you were sorry for me? This king is so kind to you. How dare you carry it on your back? The next time will be the discovery of the queen killed every time. However, you can only bear it and wait for the other person to calm down. Every so often, the opponent's movement stopped. After all, her soul is too weak now to be able to come out for too long. After using a special method to get you to agree to help her regain her strength. Every time I kill the queen, her body changes back into the shape of a little white snake. Seeing the little white snake crawling back into your arms to rest after eating, you can't help but doubt her. From now on, I have to rely on you to protect me, little snake. After collecting the little snake, you wandered around the winning area out of boredom. Clear the pressure and let the Mo family go. After De Jiqing was given up by another powerful force like Shima Cheng, you immediately joined forces with Heibadong and prepared to go to the other party's territory to cause trouble. At this time, inside the Module Consciousness Store, the head of the Mo family, Mo Cheng, still doesn't know about the coming crisis. Laughing and making love with an elder. Congratulations to the owner of the house and the 3 flower girls. As long as he successfully absorbs the power of that little girl, then our Mo family also has to 1-level experts as witnesses. Yes, in this case, wouldn't this little Shima Cheng become the world of our Mo family? Just as Chen Jin was in the joy of dominating Shima Cheng in the future, everyone was in a state of joy. Di Zayar and Dai Qingli and Shang Yin did directly bring them back to reality. It's not even night yet. Are a bunch of big men just so impatient to start dreaming? What does the Lord do? Mo Cheng looked at the sudden appearance of the mysterious strong man and slowly stopped laughing. Who is next? Could it be that he came to save that little girl? Not bad. This team is in a good mood and gives you 2 choices. The first is to obediently let the person go. Second, after I give you a good beating, I will let you choose which one. The wind blows down, it's such a loud tone. I just don't know if your strength is the same as your mouth. The moment he heard the news, Mo Changbian rushed forward and fought with Hai Guodong. At the same time, in the Mahis dungeon, your voice also appeared quietly in front of the closed iron gate. With this little girl. Don't go out alone next time. Don't you know better than I do about this real danger? The little girl was a little embarrassed by what you said, but he still retorted weakly. It's not that I saw a piece of clothing that suited Master Xiaoxiu very well in a store. So I thought I would let you try on the clothes. I think it's a skirt. I can see through the other person's little enthusiasm at a glance. I don't know what this girl is thinking. Just keep talking nonsense. Directly start to break through the formation process in front of you. As for those gatekeepers, I've fallen asleep long ago due to your gentle hands. However, just as the formation was about to break open, as soon as I got the traction, I really rushed up first. Let him aim. It's clear that the front is clear. Then when you and I go to you. In return, he threw out a stream of flames to force the opponent back. Who is next? Could it be that I also want to wear it again? The woman looked at the burned $100 on her back with some reluctance. After thinking about it, I explained. My name is Lumen. From Tian Capital. This trip was ordered by the elders of the mansion to receive the reincarnation. It's that little guy behind you. Don't worry, we won't hurt him. On the contrary, it will help him become stronger. People in the capital of heaven. You breathed a sigh of relief after hearing this. The capital of this day and the original owner. It is indeed a springboard to clear up and become stronger. Can stimulate his Bishan Sanhuiting to the greatest extent. It can be regarded as an opportunity to read a book that belongs to him alone. Since we are friends from Tianshifu, then I'd like to talk about it in a different place. Lumen also nodded after hearing this. Wait until you fly out of the old house. Just in time to meet up with Lan Lai's Hadegon place. Senior, are you okay? The injury's on your body. I'm fine, just a minor injury. But old thief Mo Chang escaped somehow. Let's leave now. You nodded. Please then left Maja with a certain kind of person. Halfway up, the four of you came to the floor of an empty mine. You first set your world on Lumen. Then he looked at Qingling. They won't hurt you in King Lingshan capital. On the contrary, they will protect you, help you become stronger. Are you willing to go with that, big sister? Can. But Qingling doesn't want to leave Xiaoxiu girl. Can you please stop chasing me away? The little girl is looking at you happily. Obviously I don't want to break up with you. Yanshou threatened the other party with a small needle. For a while, you didn't know how to get acquainted with me. Suddenly a new red tentacle. Shooting from midair is prohibited. Forbidden for a moment in Dongfu. I'm used to wearing a clean body. And they are still getting a steady stream of food from the west. The power within his body. Heavy people, construction and decoration all the way on. They were all shaken by this sudden attack. It's her Loman who reacts first. Zhangji destroyed the tentacle. With the exercise of the tentacles. Mo Chang's slightly agitated body trend. It was also where Huang Su appeared in midair. I never thought there was a strong person guarding this little girl. But in order for me to be promoted to Dongfu, I'd better ask you to go to hell together. Not. On the one hand, he received this indiscriminate attack. Hebadong immediately raised a huge ice wall. Not good. This guy is already under power for a moment. Belly dark. The way she looks now, she can no longer be considered human. This is what Yeoman said to you while holding the unconscious Qingling in his arms. The real girl had part of her original power taken away. I have to take her back to Tianshou Mansion quickly. Otherwise it will be life-threatening. You nodded with a serious expression. I'll ask you to take care of this pressure head. If she had a bad life, I'll hold hands with you forever. Lu Man didn't say anything more after hearing this. He turned around and left here with Sun Ni's Qingling. Mo Changjian just wanted to catch up. As a result, Hebadong's legs were firmly sealed with ice. It's just such a bad going. The full depth of the law disappears without a trace. Damn little mouse. Since I have to give up the three-flower girl Plum Blossom, then treat you as my nourishment. Faced with Mo Chang's more violent attack, you and Hebadong are also members of the enemy party who are fighting against the enemy with all their strength. The gap in cleanliness still gives you an opportunity to be accidentally seized by the other party. The biggest concern in the lottery is to let you pick up several miscellaneous ones. Feel the warmth coming from your body. You didn't pay attention and you fainted with one arm. Boy. Don't die. Hebadong withstood most of Mo Chang's attacks, completely synchronized to help you. Just when Mo Chang was dancing. Prepare to make you the successor. The sword that had lost its spiritual power suddenly rose from above. It's just a blink of an eye. Then cut off Mo Chang's verdant hand. Before he could react. More traces left after another. See like raindrops falling. The energy of the yellow storm lasted 4 years. When Yan Chen dispersed. After shaking Tianka, Mo Chang slightly damaged the living area. The other person is so excited. Who are you? Hai Guodong looked at the mysterious strong man who suddenly appeared and asked some more questions. Extremely swear. I am the guardian who was ordered to protect young Master Xiaoxiu. But its existence is kept secret. Please help me. Hai Guodong breathed a sigh of relief when Anzi heard that. As long as it's not an enemy. Everything else is easy to say. A few days later. After the election, you also let Queen Medusa remove the Feng Yi from Hai Guodong. And under the threat of the Queen. I just became your second guardian. Although he has not recovered to the strength of Do Huangdianfeng. But adding more money to the empire is enough to be considerate to each other. Here are two. It's time to leave too. After bidding farewell to the two eldest brothers of the you were approached by the Sect Master again. He hopes you can cheer him on in the battle of the 3-year moon in Yunlan. But you just said it with a smile. Let's see how you behave. Then it will be convenient for Hebadong to leave. The whole process of being lonely and asking for a wife is a bit speechless. The young man is so careful, he is his first cousin and second uncle. But he was so used to it that he didn't say anything. But asked about another thing. If my guess is good. The young man's hard work may have been absorbed by that boy. You are missing this meaning. I'm just afraid that the month of 3 years will be very passive. It's okay, teacher. As long as I fight for my power, even if I lose in the end, I have no evil intentions. Good boy. I'm very happy that you think so. You on the other side are you Hebadong, after flying for a short half day. They also arrived at the general auction house of the middle family in the holy city of embarrassment. It is worth mentioning that. The middle family is an embarrassment to the empire. 3 investment sentences. It is also the richest family. Commerce will not be spread across the country. And he, Hai Guodong, is one of the 2 founders of this family. So the next time. So that I can settle here for the time being. Because I'll be here for a while. The holy city of embarrassment will host the first Qing Biting Time conference in Bang. From players who have won the tournament here and now. The party that will receive the 6th grade beauty elixir. This is exactly what you need right now. As long as you obtain the single item, you can find someone to practice and point out the wrong Lingdan. When the time comes, give it to Queen Medusa. Then she can smoothly integrate the flexibility of colorful sky swallowing network. Successfully promoted to Dozone realm. In this way, you will get a huge and thick plug. You were wandering around the hall today, but happened to meet Nylon Yanran when he was looking for Yehibi. You listened for a while. I soon found out what was going on. It turned out that in the early years, Nylan's grandpa Nylon finally got a spiritual object. You has been fighting tall and thin. Occasionally, he was accidentally gassed to death, although in the end the gas smoke counterattacked. But the toxin has been flowing into the old man's experience. Even the only 6th grade bike practitioner in the Yama Empire. They are all tied up because of this. I heard that the only way to find a Lian Jia who has a fire is to. Only then can the energy be released from the hole in Ling Ho's heart. Although I'm not practicing fighting. But there is still a fire. Then inform Nai Lan Yan of the situation and then. I feel happy when the opponent shields me. Thank you so much for your kindness. Shall we leave soon? Said Denai Lan Yan ran and grabbed your hand. Walking towards the outside with full enthusiasm, after cheating customers. The blue smoke brings you to a small place where the cold air makes you slow. It seems that I heard it from the bottom of the cave nearby. The Emperor's blue resistant not also open the soul table's eyes. Yan ran, this little troublemaker. See Grandpa wake up. Then Lan Yan ran first gave Nai Lan to the couple. Then it was explained. Grandpa, this is my friend. He has a fire. It may help remove toxins from your body. Is there a young boy who's famous? It's really behind Fu Yuan's death. That being the case. Then Lao Fan Xiao will block it for me. The blue knot was lightly colored for a few lifetimes. I am also a little more interested in the boy in front of me. There's no need to be polite, old man. Yan Ran is also my friend. This little favor is nothing. After seeing that the old man was ready, you didn't continue to be a. The heart toward fire enters Nai Lan Jia's body. Just a few breaths. The old man is sweating profusely. Fire and poison constantly collide. Let him feel the pain of thousands of heart-piercing bullets. Zai, how's the situation? It'll be fine soon. Just hold on a little longer. You feel the poison inside the other person's body. Do you know that the method of forcibly erasing it will not work? It was also you who immediately changed your mind. Quickly take out a single sample from the pocket on your waist. Then the struggle for power begins. The next second, Napa, who was already extremely violent. As if being summoned. Chun Chun bows towards the single item in your hand. As the last bit of stupidity disappears. Lan Jia's originally weak face gradually became distant. Successful. Lan Yanran was so excited after seeing the scene that she was so excited. I gave you a big hug when I came up. Xiao, thank you for saving my grandpa. This is all trivial. You, let go first. I'm sorry you can't be uploaded, so I'll cut it. This trip to Neelan's house will also give you a break. Not only did they obtain a large amount of training resources. He also won the friendship of Mr. N. Lan, but what you don't expect is that. When Yu Yun learned from Lan Yanran that you were back, Xiao. The master of Hang Hang number 1 actually entered your room before midnight. It said that I, Lan Jian, got a dual acne repair machine. I want to help you improve your cultivation level.